Let's pretend for a second that the year is 1959. You're thumbing through the Sears and Roebuck Christmas catalog, dreaming and hoping that your mom doesn't figure out that you're the one who tied the neighbor's cats together. And you see a beautiful Silvertone 1304 guitar in there, and you decide to ask good old Saint Nick for one of these. And wouldn't you know it, the fat man came through for you. Hey everybody, so today I've got a fun one for you. Talk about a fantastic garage sale find. Last year my wife called me up, or should I say she sent me a text message of a picture of this guitar and said, hey, $200, do you want it? And I used some profanity when I said, yes, ma'am, please pick that up for me as quick as you can, because I recognized the Coke bottle top. So this is my 1960 question mark, best I can tell, because it's got the input here and it's got the metal back. 1960 Silvertone 1304 is what we think it is. So essentially this was the Silvertone version of the Danelectro U-1, which means a single pickup. But this was only made for the Christmas catalog. So for Sears Christmas catalog, you could get this version. I think it came out with this, which is sort of a brown with gold sparkles in it. I'll pull up a little closer so you can see it in a second. Or you could get a gold one, I think, or copper. I forget what it is exactly. But let's see if we can get in here so you can see this first. There's some gold sparkle on the body. Let's see, does that get it where you guys can see it? Get in close. So you can see there's a little gold flake in the brown paint on this. So this was a Christmas catalog only version. Now, the original versions came with a clear pick guard here and some different knobs. When I got this one, someone had used contact paper to make this very groovy pick guard, and then I had to buy some knobs for it. But what I can tell you is it sounds really cool, and it must have been really loved, because when you look at the back of this thing, someone has worn almost all the paint off the back, especially up here doing your cowboy chords, because quite frankly, once you start getting low on this thing, the action isn't great. So again, it was a Sears and Roebuck catalog special edition, I guess if you'd call that, short scale. So this is a really short, like 3/4 size guitar, so it was for kids. These lipstick pickups sound killer. We'll take a listen to those in a second. Hollow masonite body. This thing maybe weighs, gosh, I don't even know that it weighs 6 pounds. I'm not sure what it weighs, but it weighs a lot less than, say, my Telecaster, which is like 7.5 pounds. Okay, tuners, if you want to see those on the back, they just used a piece of metal for the control cavity. These two screws adjust the pickup height here, and the guitar just sounds really, really cool. It's super light. Talk about a great instrument to start out with, especially if you're just going to stay up in this area, which this person probably did. They maybe came to here, it looks like, if I look at the wear. Well, anyway, so yeah, super cool guitars from like the sweet vintage great times of Silvertone when they were making really cool guitars. It's when they were still doing the Danelectro thing. So let's plug this baby up and see what we get. So what better way to show off this 1960 Silvertone than to run it through my Tweed Princeton clone. It's a 5F2A. You can check another video that I did there where I run this through this guy, Telecaster, and then I use the high output pickups on my Music Man to just show you all the things one of these can do. Everyone should own a little Princeton or a Champ. The Tweeds were 5 watts, 2 knobs. Fantastic. A local builder here in Austin made this one, and I love this thing. So anyway, let's play around with this and see what we get. So I have the tone rolled down pretty far on the amp, a little past halfway. So these things can get really bright, especially with the lipstick. So keep that in mind when you start playing with your amps, you might want to turn the treble down a little bit. Use your ears, as always. All right, so let's get started on this. So I have the volume knob rolled back a little bit so we can get a kind of a clean sound here. Let's try that. Let's turn the volume knob up and get a little more raunchy. This is really where I think these pickups sound good. It's just that edge of breakup. So it sounds great. So, man, they're just great. Roll the volume back and clean it up a little bit. All right, one last fun thing. I'm gonna throw on this Boss SD1 to just blow everything up, and let's hear what it sounds like. Nice. All right, so there you go. An absolutely fun, killer little guitar that any little boy or girl would have been happy to have gotten back in good old 1960, all the way up to this little boy when he got it back in 2024. So yeah, if you find one of these out there, especially like with this, like I say, grab it. If the worst case scenario, if you just get this lipstick pickup out of it, it's worth it to put it in something else. So super cool, super rad old guitars from that time in the 50s when they were just making great music gear. Yeah, so very cool. All right, thanks again to everybody that's liked and subscribed. Make sure you go back and listen to some of my other videos. Listen, maybe watch them. Also watch them, or just listen to them. I don't care. Whatever you gotta do. Just give me those sweet, sweet views. You know what I'm saying? We got tons of videos about other things. I did one a week or so ago about the a Fender Tweed Princeton, and then I used this guitar in that demo also. So go back and check that one out. Lots of other cool things on there, some lessons. We'll be getting into more of that later again too. So yeah, like, subscribe. Tell me what your favorite like Christmas gift guitar, dream guitar at the time would have been. Was it one of these? Was it a Fender Telecaster, a Strat, something like that? Tell me what you always liked. And yeah, take care of yourself out there, y'all. Later.